Okay, have the two, but next, now I don't want to compare the thing because during colonization, we had the colonization have many impact, social impact, historical impact, economic impact, cultural impact, geographical impact. Okay, I've already made five of them. Psychological impact. I will try to go on to that. I don't know how it is because I don't want to lie for other people. But what I know from the African continent, when we talk about colonization, we have to be clear on that. Okay, but I give you, I will try to give 6 points that I know after reading and having all my knowledge and reading and research note, and what I saw and look in my own environment in my country and as an African. Geographical impact, separation of families, they cut the continent into different countries, okay, with fake independence that they were giving in a row, fake independence. And if you watch recently a speech of a leader, a South African leader, Julius Malema, he talked about it a little bit. He said that how unfortunate it is that Africa has been separated by borders and how the people who are ruling are so much into separation and border, which make the system of in Africa making the union and working together very difficult when this continent is a very powerful continent. Okay, when I say powerful, is in terms of natural resources. Yeah, because yeah, the continent itself is a very rich continent. Okay, not talking about country only, but I talk about the continent on its own. And then he compare like the Europe who hasn't like real borders because he say, and that is a fact, that is true. And when you are in Europe, you can go to countries. They have like they call the European Union. Okay, so for us, we have to accept borders with all the separation and no connection easy, and then to them, okay, they make the union and they make transportation easy to go to country to another, which I believe, which I think what he says makes perfectly sense and it's true. You can go to Spain easily, you can go to England easily from France, you can go anywhere to Germany. Okay, so when he says that, I say, yeah, he's true on that. Okay, two, the geography separation of families after what? After the conference of Berlin or the conference of what? And if you know, let me know because I have too many things to remember here. Historical fact about the colonization. You know, at the time of colonization, Africa was forced to go to the war, World War One and Two, and we got absolutely nothing. We didn't want to go. I have few examples, like people in my own family. I had an uncle from my mother's side who went to the war. He went to the Indochine War, but the other one went to World War II, I think. And I'm telling you, they didn't want to go to the war, but how it happened? They were forcing people to go to the war. They were forcing young Africans to go to the war, and they never trained them. They never mentally trained them, even physically. They were sent like that on the front row to take all the bullets. Okay, and when they survived, they came back home in Africa and they asked for the compensation of what they deserve from the promise was made to them. They got absolutely nothing. And if you know the uprising of Tiaroy, I think in Senegal, they were executed for just asking what was right for them. Okay, this is colonization. Because I cannot go into everything. Okay, historically, They were sending black African to human zoos in Europe. Okay, I think there are many cases like Sarah Baartman. I think you heard about her, the African goddess. I think they were parading her. They were exhibiting her naked and such. I mean, black African were used as entertainment. Okay, at the time, this is colonization and everything. Yeah. Four, we had no rights. I talk about mental, psychological. We didn't have any really much right because they were deciding for us. You know, the government that are making was us, what was them, and ruling on us. So you could have president who actually have no power, and they were making decisions for us. Economical impact, I mean, historical impact, cultural impact. They took everything, you know, the relics, statue, art, everything that was made, the mask, everything that was made from our ancestor, great parent. I don't know how to say that. Okay, let's just say our ancestors. Everything was gone to the museum. Okay, and when we ask them, when Africa asked them, we want our but the grandparent or great grandparent or ancestor left to us, they say no. Like France say clearly no. For example, in the case of the Republic of Benin, like for example, Benin ask for, you know, and they say no. You cannot take care of it on your own. We are going to take care of it, not you. You cannot. And the Republic of Benin was like, no, this that belonged to our ancestor, it belonged to us. And they say, no, we cannot take care of it. Even England did the same thing to English-speaking countries. They say, no, you cannot take care of it. You cannot. We keep it in the museum. How insulting it is. Cultural. We are forbidden to talk our language often. They will impose you to speak the French because French was for them, to them, French was the only way to be educated. When in fact, when you have your own language and you speak your own language very well, you know, when you have all the knowledge from your culture, from your tradition, you know, there was a time when before, you know, when there were young people, usually, especially men and women, especially when men, they were doing some ritual initiation to make men brave. Boys had to be brave to become real men. Today you have more men like who are like boys, okay? But before in the continent, they were making. So imagine all these young people that was initiated and raised in the way, all this strong generation that was gone to slavery. Looking back now, is curb, disappearance. So you have to understand why, when you see all that I'm talking about, why you have some black people, some African people who cannot accept to see white people coming to a historical site like slavery. When they see you going to slavery, they're like, what are they doing there? Okay, they get very upset to see some white people who are dressing in black outfit. They feel like it's condescending or insulting. There are black people who really don't want anything. Okay, when they see white people going to historical site like slavery, they are just angry because they feel like, okay, are you insulting us again or what? That's some people thinking like that. You also have people who have not this kind of thought, who feel like, okay, you know what? Let them come and see what their ancestor has done in the history. That's the thing.